What do you think of when you hear the word Stoic? Someone who shows no emotion, who's indifferent to everything. That's a common misconception. Stoicism isn't about suppressing feelings or escaping reality. It's about understanding a simple, powerful truth, knowing the difference between what you can control and what you can't. This philosophy was born over 2,000 years ago, in a world far more violent and unpredictable than ours. It all started with a man named Zeno of Citium. He was a wealthy merchant who lost everything in a shipwreck. Left with nothing, he didn't despair. He turned to philosophy, creating a practical guide for navigating life's chaos. The early Stoics saw the universe as a rational, ordered system they called the Logos. They believed that we, as humans, are part of this system. But here's the key. Most of our suffering doesn't come from bad events themselves. It comes from our judgments about them. This single idea is the heart of Stoicism. It divides life into two simple categories: things within our control and things outside of it. What can we control? Our actions, our thoughts, our values, our responses. What can't we control? What other people think of us, the weather, getting sick, growing old, the past. Suffering starts the moment we try to control the uncontrollable. One of the greatest Stoic teachers, Epictetus, was born a slave. He had no possessions, no power, no status. Yet, his teachings were all about inner freedom. He famously taught that even a slave could be truly free if he mastered his own mind. No one can harm your inner self unless you allow them to through your own judgments. This isn't about denying pain. It's about taking responsibility for your internal state. Then there was Seneca, a powerful statesman in Rome who advised the infamous Emperor Nero. Seneca was surrounded by wealth, power, and constant danger. He saw betrayal, exile, and unimaginable violence. In his letters, he constantly warned against becoming attached to luxury and fearing loss. He practiced something called premeditatio malorum, which means imagining future hardships. Think about losing your job, your health, or a loved one. Not to be pessimistic, but to be prepared. By mentally rehearsing the worst, the Stoics believed the shock would be less severe if it actually happened. It was a form of mental armor. Perhaps the most famous Stoic was a man who had it all. Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome. He ruled during a time of war, plague, and rebellion. He didn't write philosophy for the public. He wrote for himself, in a personal journal we now know as Meditations. He constantly reminded himself that power, fame, and even life itself are temporary. A person's true worth, he wrote, is found in their character, not their external achievements. Stoicism doesn't promise a life of constant happiness. It promises clarity. It teaches that emotions aren't the enemy, but uncontrolled emotions are. Anger, fear, and anxiety often flare up when reality doesn't match our expectations. Stoicism teaches acceptance, not passively giving up, but actively working with what is. To accept what you can't change. Act decisively where you can, and maintain your integrity no matter what. In many ways, this ancient philosophy, the foundation for modern cognitive behavioral therapy. The idea that our thoughts directly shape our emotional responses is central to both. Stoicism shows us that calm isn't weakness, it's a profound form of strength. And it wasn't about isolating yourself from the world. The Stoics believed we are social creatures, meant to contribute to the whole. As Marcus Aurelius put it, what is good for the hive is good for the bee. In our world of constant noise, outrage, and distraction, Stoicism offers a rare gift, inner stability. It doesn't promise control over your life, because that's impossible. It teaches control over yourself. And according to the Stoics, that is the only freedom that can never be taken away. Thanks for watching.